To every little girl watching, we see you.
We believe the time is now to make history. This game continues to grow. Progress has been made, but we haven't gotten far enough.
It's important to have a sustainable women's hockey league, and we want the next generation to have equality.
It's not like we've put in less sweat, it's that we've gotten less opportunities, and it's time that it changes.
Equal sweat deserves equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity.
To every little girl watching, we see you.
We believe the time is now to make history. This game continues to grow. Progress has been made, but we haven't gotten far enough.
It's important to have a sustainable women's hockey league, and we want the next generation to have equality.
It's not like we've put in less sweat, it's that we've gotten less opportunities, and it's time that it changes.
Equal sweat deserves equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Steve Yzerman Arena at the Nepean Sports Complex here in Ottawa, Ontario. It's Game 2 of the PWHPA's Ottawa Showcase between Montreal's Team Harveys and Boston's Team Bauer. My name is Jared Bafty. Happy to be back calling this afternoon's game. It's the second one. Like I mentioned, a 4-3 overtime victory for Team SONNET from Toronto. Who will they face? This game will decide that. The championship tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Sportsnet. As we get ready for the drop of the puck, Montreal's Team Harvey's in their white jerseys with orange and black trim on the right side of your screen, and Bauer in their dark jerseys with light blue and white trim on the left side of your screen. That's Katie Howarth giving a pass off to Anne-Sophie Bette. And Megan Turner tried to drop it off. Team Harvey's touching up as they try to get going offensively, but it's thrown out to center by Boston. Jessie Eldridge dumped it back in. Round back of the net. Brianna Scarpacey trying to get it up the far side. And now it's skated out to center. Backhanded and thrown in by Hannah Bunton. She goes off for a change. Sent round back of the net by Jamie Bourbonnais. Now chipped out to center, Rebecca Leslie. Got it ahead, skating onto it. Trying to drag it out in front, Samantha Isbell. But sliding to make the block, Molly Strabley. Now a 3-on-1 for Boston. Bailey Larson into the middle. One-time shot just goes wide. On the far side, Larson got it in again. Reversed in deep by Janelle Kowenchuk, Kowenchuk's on the puck again. Got it back to the line. Wrist shot is blocked by Catherine Dubois. She skates after it out to center, but on it is Samantha Cogan. Battle for the puck at center ice. Kristen O'Neill, one of the taxi squad as well from the Olympics, returning to the lineup for Team Harvey's. Got it back to the line. Pass to the far side by Melanie Desrochers, and that's picked off by Boston as they get it out to center again. Aya Gavrilova trying to get it in deep. She's still on the puck in the near corner. Send it back to the line. Natalie Fraser. Now a shot fought off by the starting netminder Marie-Soleil Deschênes. Quick shot from Mackenzie Abel. It's guided out to center by O'Neill, taken away and sent back ahead again by Boston. This is O'Neill once more, trying to hit Maud Jelena with a pass as she's blown up at the Boston blue line. And Brittany Ott, the starting goaltender for Team Boston, getting it out to center now, on into the offensive zone. Megan Turner's shot is gloved by Deschênes. As mentioned for Team Adidas Minnesota, Team Boston as well has some players on loan from Team Scotiabank. You'll recognize some names, Hannah Bunton being one of them I mentioned earlier. And right on it now with the tip into the offensive zone, Alexa Gruschow. Stopped again by Deschênes. Samantha Cogan as well, Natalie Fraser, Aya Gavrilova, and Alex Poznikov, all on loan from Team Scotiabank as it's flipped out to center by Eldridge. Right into the offensive zone. Bette just couldn't settle the rolling puck. It does come out in front, though. And no Montreal players could get it onto the net. Bourbonnais back for it in the near corner of her own zone. Jamie Bourbonnais dropped it. Left it for Kim Poirier. Skates it now through center and into the offensive zone. Ott came out to play it. It skipped through her blade. And now intercepted by Eldridge, but she couldn't get the shot away. And it's directed out to center with speed now as Poznikov. Nice little move to drag it through, but she couldn't make her way to the front of the net as Boston's Kowenchuk was upended behind the net, but no call was made. One-time pass to the near side for Bourbonnais, but she's being shadowed by Poznikov, so she has to give off a pass then to Poirier again. Deflected out to center by Eldridge, but on it is Gavrilova. You'll notice that Team Bauer being Boston, is wearing similar jerseys to some of the clips you would have seen of Marie-Philippe Poulin. That's, of course, because the sponsor was at one point for Montreal was Bauer, but now that has switched to Boston. So Boston maintaining similar jerseys to what Montreal used to wear when they were sponsored by Bauer, but now Montreal sponsored by Harvey's, of course, as they are in the offensive zone. Now centering pass, backhanded, right through the crease. And she missed the net. Dubois had a wide open cage right there for her. It's a bell right back the other way again. Deflected wide off the stick of Karel Amard. Battle for the puck in front of the Montreal bench. Knocked back for Tracy-Ann Levine, and Levine, I think, is getting a penalty here. Yes, she hauled down Kat Kirion, I believe. Or was it a bell? Regardless, Tracy-Ann Levine going off for hooking, I believe, at 14:32. So now Boston with a power play here. Team Bauer on the advantage. Back at the line. Strabley near side for Bunton. Return to Strabley now on the far side. Sent in deep. Spinning away is Megan Turner. Centering pass, cut off. Turner trying to come up with it. Taking round back of the net to the near side. Bunton's on it there. Bunton trying to work her way out in front. It's intercepted and smacked down the ice by O'Neill. Far side, Leslie trying to interrupt the breakout for Team Bauer. She does. Goes off for a change after that good penalty killing shift for Rebecca Leslie. Melanie Desrochers dumped it in. Back out for Team Bauer with a pass across for Kowenchuk. Kowenchuk now trying to get it out in front. It's a jam play at the side of the net. Trying to come up with it is Desrochers again. But it's stolen by Bauer, and Larson unfortunately couldn't corral the puck in. Had to send it out to center, but she's back in on the attack. Knocked away from her, and Fraser couldn't drag it through, and it's smacked all the way down the ice again by Harvey's. Right back out to center is Larson. She's almost run into as she lost the puck right at the red line. Now round back of the net. It's taken by Kirion. Sent out in front, but nobody was there. Kirion again trying to come up with it against Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais trying to get away from pressure here. Sends it up the wall as the penalty expires. Two players hopping onto the Harvey's bench as Levine came out of the box. Kim Deschênes sent it out in front. That shot's blocked. A rebound is blocked too as Catherine Daou was looking in front. Fired hard in by Scarpese. And a crowd gathers behind the net. It's taken there by Boston. Sent errantly up and out to center now. Carried by Anne-Sophie Betté. Gave it off to O'Neill. Now LaFord. Sent it behind the net. That's Eldridge, actually. Jessie Eldridge. In front for Betté, but she got it off the heel of her stick as LaFort tried to wrap it out in front again. Heavy pressure coming from Montreal. Good shot block. They score! And Sophie Betté off the shot block in front. Scarpese thought she'd made a great play, but right there was Anne-Sophie Betté to pick it up and wire it home. And Montreal's Team Harvey's has taken a 1-0 lead. Great shot block in front by Scarpese, but Anne-Sophie Betté comes up with the loose puck and has taken a 1-0 lead. Here comes Montreal again, right back on the attack with Sarah Lafort in the far corner. Threw it back to the line. Into the middle now, just deflected wide by Eldridge. Emard just deflected that puck. LaBelle, round back of the net and out to center. Alexandra LaBelle gave off a pass. Catherine Dubois shot just wide of the net. Dubois on it. In the corner, wrapped it round. LaBelle sent it out in front. Bourbonnais can't get a clean shot on net. As it was blocked, it comes back to the line, though. Bourbonnais on it again, and she stick-handled it out to center, where Montreal has to retreat. LaBelle up the open side, gathered by Dubois. She's guided into the boards by Cohenchuk, and that has drawn a penalty. It's a hooking call against Cohenchuk. So after Montreal's team Harvey's just scored a goal, they go on the power play. PWHPA wishes to express thanks to our premier partners, Secret Deodorant, NHLPA, Adidas Hockey, Scotiabank, Sonnet Insurance, and Budweiser. This is LaBelle off the pass into the offensive zone to the far corner. LaBelle banks it round back of the net to the near side. Bate lets it go for Bourbonnais, given back to Bate, and Bourbonnais again tries a shot. That's blocked in front. Tried to get the rebound on. It was Eldridge who blocked it herself. Unfortunately, standing in front of that one, tried to get it on net as Poznikov tries to encourage the forecheck on the penalty kill here for Boston. LaBelle in again. Round back of the net for Eldridge. Lost it in the feet of Alexa Grushow, and it's fired out and down the ice by Team Bauer again. DeRocher. Return pass to her. Over to the near side. Deschênes as O'Neill and DeRocher came together in the offensive zone. DeRocher again. Pass skipped over the stick of Rebecca Leslie, but she's got it again in that far corner. Send it back to the line. DeRocher now. In deep for O'Neill. Return for DeRocher. Thought about the shot. There it is. It's off the stick of Bunton, though, behind the net for O'Neill. O'Neill in deep. Kim Deschênes. Off for Leslie again. Steps around the defense. Got it back to the line. Wrist shot just wide of the net. Comes back out in front again. Kick save by Ott. And it's cleared out and down the ice. Final 10 seconds of the power play for Montreal as it's fired in and tipped there. Back of the net, Maud Jelena trying to come up with it. Reversed there by Lavigne as Lavigne and Jelena battle for the puck. Natalie Fraser lost an edge and it's fired out and down the ice. No icing though, as it was deflected on its way there. Behind the net, coming out with it is Kathy Howarth, got the pass away, but it was all the way down the ice for an icing call against Montreal. Natalie Fraser also playing in front of her home crowd, originally from Ottawa, Ontario. Another graduate of the Nepean Wildcats and the Ottawa Lady Senators. We've got some Nepean Wildcats in the stands this afternoon now. A nice little group of Nepean Wildcats, this being their home rink, of course. As Harvey's tries to get it out to center. Fired ahead and skated in by Gavrilova. She's got an opportunity for a shot, and she tried to pick the far side, but Deschênes made the save. Far corner, dug out and skated out. LaBelle gave off a pass, returned to her by Isbell. Now here's Isbell. Far side now, shot off the glove of Ott and out of play. Catherine Dubois with some space on that far side. Dubois from Quebec City at 98 points in her junior career with the Cégep Limoilou Titan. Bourbonnais got it in deep again. Sarah Lafort out in front. Bette stopped by Ott. And she hangs on again. We all know Anne-Sophie Bette, one of the oldest rookies to make it onto Team Canada. Jamie Lee Rattray, the oldest rookie Olympian, of course. As that's a sharp angle shot from Eldridge. Tried to get it out in front again. Lefort on the wraparound attempt. Ott sprawled out to make the save. And here goes Bauer. Broken up by Eldridge. Right back the other way for Bette. Just out of her reach. Kogan intercepted that pass. But it's right back in again for Harvey's. It's Eldridge now. Cutting to the net. Stopped by Ott. And Boston trying to settle things down a little bit. Neither American team has looked great so far this afternoon. And upended as she tried to head to the front of the net was Gruschow, but no call. As they skate back out to center, this is Harvey's and O'Neill. O'Neill risks a shot that was stopped by Ott. And O'Neill pounced on the rebound. This is Deschênes. Kim Deschênes, Howarth tried to get that to the front of the net. That was cut off on its way there. Howarth holding the line, though. And then near corner, Samantha Kogan trying to step away from Leslie. Digging it out is Fraser as well. O'Neill and Kogan, or Gruschow, excuse me, now going at it. Leslie. Circling. Sent it out in front, but it was an errant pass behind Desrochers. And now Anne-Marie Soleil Deschênes has to poke it away, and in a pass intercepted. Long shot is stopped by Deschênes from Kirion. Kirion almost intercepting that one again. Kat Kirion being aggressive on the forecheck, trying to get her team sparked. Back in it again. It's Kirion. Watched by Amard. And the pass to Alyssa Taylor is poked at. Gets down the ice. Deschênes came out to play it, but it's stolen away by Gavrilova. Gavrilova behind the net. Centering pass is cut off by Dubois and skated out to center now by LaBelle. LaBelle cutting to the net there is poked away by Ott, but Montreal's still got the puck. Isbell to the far side and in deep by Poirier. Comes back out in front. Bourbonnais thought about stepping into it, but she skates over to the far side instead. Bourbonnais, sharp angle. 2 chances at it. She came to the puck now in the loose corner. Bourbonnais again. Dubois now. Catherine Dubois tried to wrap it out in front. That was blocked. This is LaBelle again. Dubois for Bourbonnais. Into the slot. Went right through it. Isbell was there. And now it's in deep again for Isbell. She had it just hop over her stick. Gavrilova tipped it to the line, but not out. Lefort held it in. Into the far corner for Kogan. Now near side. Off the glass and out to center for Boston. It's been all Montreal again in the second half of this first period. Turning away from pressure is Catherine Daou. Ahead now for Anne-Sophie Bette. Return pass for Daou. Sidesteps some Boston forecheckers and gets it into the offensive zone. Kowenchuk with a pass that's cut off by Daou again. But the puck does get to Larson, who's sprung free. Scores! It's Kat Kirion. She's been all over the puck this afternoon. And Larson with the shovel pass right there to spring Kirion. She roofed it over Deschênes, and Boston has tied the game 1-1. Pass ahead and deflected in by O'Neill. Deschênes, tried to get it up the far side. Taken there by Leslie, just fired it over top of the net, and Leslie's on it again. Rebecca Leslie looking for an option. She's got Desrochers at the line, sidesteps, the check goes to the far side for Karel Amard, just out of the reach of Desrochers, but she's back on it. Desrochers faked the shot, slap pass behind the net. Nobody was there for it though, so it comes round to the net to the near side again. Desrochers, Amard holding it in. Rebecca Leslie, O'Neill. O'Neill to the far side. Amard still on it. Intercepted by Leslie nicely. Got it out in front. Swept away. Desrochers rips a shot. That's off a body. Goes into the near corner. Jelena trying to come out with it. Jelena still got it into the far corner. That pass was a little too hot to handle for Bourbonnais, but she's got it right back. Is it going to be... Looked like they were waiting to touch the puck. Might have been a hand pass against Montreal if Bourbonnais touched it. So they didn't touch it, and Boston got it all the way down the ice, and now they've got an offensive opportunity. Round back in the net to the near side. This is Bunton. Bunton still with it. Hannah Bunton from the high slot, and it's ripped wide from the stick of Kogan. Right back the other way. Tried to center it out in front. And it's cleared out to center. Bourbonnais out to center. Isbell into the middle, and dangerous potential collision there between Kirion and Dubois. That was avoided just as we're into the final minute of this first period. Howarth over to the far side. Daou off the glass. No, it's into the bench of Montreal. So we have to have a face-off in the Montreal zone. Quick pass off the draw. Eldridge. Hard on the ice to the puck. Got it to the line again. This is Eldridge on it now. Lefort in the high slot. Looking for a tip from Bette. Desrochers gave up the puck. Bette trying to steal it back. Kirion ahead. Abel cut off. Oh, and Daou is run into the boards hard by Abel. And Daou was stung by that play. Bit of a dangerous one. No intent on it. Abel definitely did not mean to do that. And quickly to her feet is Daou, but in some pain, she tapped her left leg, maybe a Charlie horse, as she tapped her left quad. So Abel in the box for at least 2 minutes right at the end of this first period. It is just 2 minutes. So we'll have a quick drop of the puck and then the end of the first period. There it is. 1-1 is the score. Goals from Anne-Sophie Bette for Montreal and Kat Kirion for Boston. And Montreal will start the second period with the power play as we take a break here at the Nepean Sports Complex here in Ottawa, Ontario, and the PWHPA Ottawa Showcase will return for the second period in a few moments.
To every little girl watching, we see you.
We believe the time is now to make history. This game continues to grow. Progress has been made, but we haven't gotten far enough.
It's important to have a sustainable women's hockey league. We want the next generation to have equality.
It's not like we've put in less sweat, it's that we've gotten less opportunities, and it's time that it changes.
Equal sweat deserves equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity.
Shouldn't he be playing basketball?
Stick to basketball.
Come on, do they even have ice in China?
Women's hockey is just boring, okay?
Who wants to watch girls play?
Make me a sandwich.
First Nations kids are too lazy.
You're never gonna make it, Ethan.
You're just gonna get hurt.
Keep hockey straight.
Which locker room is he gonna use?
Girls hockey isn't real hockey.
Shouldn't this guy be coaching cricket? Can he even skate?
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
Let's go! It's time to hydrate. Best kept secret in sports. No longer a secret.
Hey, Gord.
Connie, I've mastered human replication. Our reno can now get done in 1/5 of the time.
Nice breakthrough, Gords, but check out this one. We just saved a bundle buying home and auto insurance with SONNET.
Incredible.
Yeah, completely online in only minutes.
She was right. That was fast. Wow. Oh, game's in 5. Hey, grab those chips.
What? Why are you taking the chips?
Take a moment, save a bundle. Visit sonnet.ca.
There's something uniquely homegrown about it. Getting up a little earlier, hearing no and doing it anyway. Sure, we dream our dreams, but work a whole lot harder at making them reality. And that's part of what makes all of us at Canada's Own Fresh Attitude so proud to be homegrown and local. So inspired to bring you our best, too. and so ready to get up and yell and cheer with all our glowing hearts for the melodies. And all of those will take the word can't and turn it into can and bring a whole new meaning to the word Canadian.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Timbits of Wisdom.
The advice show for grown-ups by Timbits.
My son has tons of assists, but he's upset he has no goals.
You can't always be the winner.
How can I relax?
Get more sleep.
What do you think I should do?
Just talk to them. The other team has feelings too.
What's the meaning of life?
Just have fun. Who is asking that question?
Neutral vodka soda with real fruit juice. New Neutral Juiced.
These dimensions are way off. Who built this? Show yourselves.
What is this?
He topped his Harvey's burger just the way he wanted. Extra pickles. Now he thinks he's in charge of everything.
These barbecues even work?
He's the intern, right?
He's gone mad with power.
Am I the only one who knows how to architect?
I'm the boss now. Oh, better believe I'm the boss now. Come on, it's a beautiful thing.
Connor McDavid here from the Edmonton Oilers.
My name's Austin Matthews.
I'm Carter Hart.
Hi, my name's PK Subban.
Every young girl deserves to have the same visible hockey role models as every young boy.
So join me with the PWHPA.
And it's time we put a stick in the ground and
fight for the future of women's hockey.
My name is Patrick Chan.
And this is Jeff Petrie.
Hi, I'm Alex DeBrincat, and I'm putting my stick in the ground with...
My name is Aaron Ekblad, and it's time we put a
stick in the ground for the PWHPA
and fight for the future of women's hockey.
So every little girl has the chance to dream.
Young girls and young women need to see there's a future for them in women's professional hockey.
And it's definitely time for us to put our stick.
Let's put a stick in the ground.
But I'm putting my stick.
We put a stick in the ground
so that they can have that opportunity.
And I'm putting my stick in the ground.
Part of the PWHPA.
Or the best female hockey players in the world.
My daughter should have the same dreams as my son.
You got my support.
Shouldn't he be playing basketball?
Stick to basketball.
Do they even have ice in China?
Women's hockey is just boring, okay?
Who wants to watch girls play?
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
Neutral vodka soda with real fruit juice. New Neutral Juiced.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The second period is just about to get underway. The official lined up at center ice. And the teams lined up now at center ice. Oh, Catherine Daou is coming back to the bench. Good to see her after that heavy hit she took late in that first period. So, but of course, because of the delay, the center gets thrown out of the face-off. Lefort came in to take it. She won it. Poked ahead by Eldridge. On it is Gruchow. Slapped up the near side. Lefort held it in. Bourbonnais. Over to the far side. Bette. Eldridge. Bette again. That shot couldn't get through. Was blocked by Strably. And she, with some help, got it over to the near side, but not out. Lefort, big shot, that's off the skate of Bunton, and it's flipped out and down the ice by Gruchow. As, of course, Montreal started the period with a power play. That pass was errantly up through center, almost intercepted by Poznikov, but Bette is in on the attack with Eldridge. Round back of the net to the near side. Jesse Eldridge gets it to the line. Bourbonnais, Lefort, Eldridge just behind her. Eldridge goes back after the puck. She's got it knifed at, but Bette followed up. Tries that shot. That's blocked by Kogan. And a hard attempt to clear it out of the far side by Turner. Doesn't get out. Oh, and Lefort is hauled down. And the puck goes over to the near side here. Trying to get it out to center. It was LaBelle that actually was tripped up on the play, as that's offside for Montreal, but another penalty coming to Boston. A tripping call. So the third penalty of the game for Boston. And now Team Bauer has some work to do. We have a second. Yes, that makes sense. It's 5-on-3 for the next 30 seconds. The clock is not running as we finally see it getting going here. That's a stop by Ott on that far side off Rebecca Leslie. Big crowd gathers in the far hash marks. Official ready to blow the whistle, but it comes free. This is Emard. In deep now for O'Neill. Kirsten O'Neill circling the high slot area. One penalty is expired. DeRoche for Leslie is stopped by Ott again. O'Neill on the loose puck. Return pass to her. Near side now, Emard going after it. Corel Emard. Back to the line, O'Neill. Emard again, looking for the cross-ice pass to Leslie on that short side. Couldn't quite receive it, though. Emard at the line again. O'Neill. They swap, but it's off the body of Gruchow and cleared down the ice by Boston. DeRoche. Skates out through the center lane, gave a pass to LaBelle, who drew this second penalty that's now given them an extended power play, them being Montreal, of course. Pass intercepted by Larson, and Bailey Larson wastes some time before she fires it off the boards and down the ice. Catherine Daou back out for a shift. Good to see her returning to the ice. LaBelle into the middle for Isbell. Howarth pinching in. Wrestling for the puck with Larson. Now Kohanchuk. Got it in deep. Over to the far side. And Harvey's trying to get it out to center as the penalty expires. Ripped right back in by Strably off a stanchion. Goes to the front of the net where Marie Soleil Deschênes covers the puck. The WHPA would like to express thanks to our partners Tim Hortons, Harvey's, BioSteel Sports, Canadian Tire, Neutral Vodka Soda, and Fresh Attitude Salads. So the officials now gathering to sort out the clock issue, because there was, of course, some extra time where the clock was not running, so Team Bauer actually had to kill a few extra seconds of a penalty. Bourbonnais over to the far side, Jelena. Now out to center over the blue line as it's deflected up by Kirion and rolls on the bench. Face off to be inside the Boston zone. And the linesperson trying to make sure the face-off is fair. Back behind the net. It's out off the boards, but not out. Now the second attempt for Scarpaci does get out, and Deschênes has to come out to play it. Kohanchuk now, backhander stopped by Deschênes. Sharp angle, that one's directed to the near side by Deschênes. Skating into it, Scarpaci. Again, now Poirier stole it away from her though. Got it out to center, Larson spun around as Poznikov was able to get it back into the offensive zone. Bourbonnais got it in deep. Back out in neutral ice. Emard tried to cut that off, but Boston would have been offside as there was a bit of a miscue at the Montreal blue line. Rolling puck goes right through Eldridge, and skating it out to center now is Gavrilova. Stolen away on the back check by Emard and fired all the way down the ice. But no icing. Desrochers with that clearing attempt. Kogan now steps around the defense. Kogan shot fought off by Deschênes to the far side. And we've got a penalty. It's a holding call. It looks like Karel Emard is going off. So Emard for holding at 14:50. Emard, of course, the other co-host of the Noxie and Cax show on the Steve Dangle Podcast Network. You can tune into that on your Apple Podcasts or anything else. It's a great show. They have lots of great guests. They started it off with Jamie Lee Rattray, and their most recent guest was, of course, the incomparable Cassie Campbell-Pascal. So I do encourage you to tune in to the Noxie and Cax show if you get the opportunity. There's a great stick check by LaBelle to prevent the one-timer in the high slot and get it out to center. Gruchow stepping away from Dubois and getting it ahead. Bunton is rubbed out on the near side wall. Gruchow got it back to the line, though. Strably to the far side. Shot kicked out by Deschênes. And it goes all the way back down the ice. Strably's on it again. Far side. And into the middle now for Gruchow. Pass behind Turner, but she spun and received it nicely and skates it into the offensive zone. High slot, Gruchow, now Bunton near side. Round back of the net, tries a wraparound. Stopped by Deschênes, and O'Neill on the rebound. Trying to chip it up the boards, but not out. Kohanchuk back to the line. Kirion threw it on, and off the redirect, Deschênes made the save. 39 seconds to go in the penalty.
We believe.
To Emard. There's the shot from Kirion, a double redirect in front of Deschênes, but she was able to track it and cover up. Now short-handed opportunity, Rebecca Leslie, and alone, stopped by Ott. And she hangs on. Rebecca Leslie receiving that beautiful pass from Kristen O'Neill. Big stop by Brittany Ott, native of St. Clair Shores, Michigan, and a graduate of the Honey Baked and Little Caesars program that they have out in Michigan. Great women's hockey program there. Larson, far side, stopped by Deschênes, thrown back out to center. Fraser, another shot ripped into the body of Deschênes, and she hangs on. Just under 13 minutes left in this second period. And we have a special guest joining us in the booth as she gets her headset on. The Olympic legend, Hall of Famer, and leader of everything going on the ice right now, Jana Hefford, joins me on the mic this afternoon. Jana, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So, why don't we talk a little bit about, first of all, well, this is Kohanchuk with a save by Deschênes, and it flutters right by the open side as Bourbonnais recovers and fires a pass out to center. Jana, I wanted to ask you what kind of goes into putting on something like this, especially this is maybe one of the smaller showcases you've had in Ottawa here. Washington next weekend, of course. So what kind of goes into putting on these tournament styles?
Yeah, it's obviously a lot of work, a lot more behind the scenes than people recognize, but we have an amazing PWHPA team that is so committed and passionate about what we're trying to do here, and folks that work on this every single day. So this has been one that's been in the works for a while. It's a market we haven't had a chance to be in, and we know it's an incredibly strong youth market for girls and boys. So just really excited to bring the PWHPA to Ottawa, and nice to see it come to fruition after a lot of months of hard work.
Big stop by Ott right there. Team Harvey's trying to get a little bit of offense. I mentioned off the top of the broadcast we've got some young Nepean Wildcats here, this being their home rink. What does that do for you? As you were just mentioning, the healthy young hockey community here that is Ottawa, to see them here again today.
Yeah, it's amazing to see how many young hockey players are here, and I think all of us have a story or a moment growing up that we remember, meeting or seeing a female hockey player where all of a sudden it became real that there was a future, something they could look towards, someone they could look up to, and so these women are providing inspiration for some of the young girls. They're providing role models for many of the young boys as well. And it's a moment that many young kids will remember. And then we have so many passionate women's hockey fans across this country. And so I know there's a lot that have come to Ottawa for the weekend that are within close driving distance, anywhere from Toronto to Montreal. And excited to bring all of them together to get to see the best in the game.
Quick offensive opportunity for Lafort that's blockered away by Ott. Another shot from Daou is stopped by Ott, and it's cleared out to center by Boston. As we settle down here, another 3-on-1 now for Harvey. So near side, Emard tried to throw it back out in front. It was blocked by Ott. And Montreal really on the offensive here. As Bette tries to tip that one, that goes just wide. And Boston recovering and trying to get it out to center. Right off the bench. And it's a too many players on the ice penalty. coming to Montreal. So another power play opportunity for Team Bauer. Boston trying to maybe take their first lead of the game. Jana, I've noticed as well on these rosters, there's a lot of Ottawa natives happy to be playing in front of their home crowd. Did that come into play when you were picking locations for this season?
You know, a little bit. Obviously, we start with a community and a market that wants to be a part of what we're trying to build. And just happens, as I mentioned, that this is such a strong hockey community and lots of great grassroots programs. So myself, I grew up in Kingston and was always playing in Ottawa and really strong teams coming out of this area. So no surprise that many of those have turned into some of the best and top players here with the PWHPA. So excited for them to have a chance to play in front of some friends and family that probably haven't seen them play in a while.
Yeah, lots of graduates from, both Nepean Wildcats and the Ottawa Lady Senators as Boston gets set up on the power play here. Poznikov tries to throw that into the middle, but Bourbonnais intercepted that. Fires it off the glass, but Kirion gloved it down. Larson in front, just wide. As now it's rung around the boards and down the ice by Poirier. Now something that might interest fans, they've noticed that, Team Scotiabank from Calgary's kind of been split between the two American teams for Boston and Minnesota. What was the thinking behind doing that?
Well, we always go to our regions and make sure we have a certain amount of availability from players. And as we all know, many of our players have other commitments because, we are not in a position as a pro league to pay them to be their number one job. So sometimes players have other commitments that they just can't get out of. So understanding that these Boston and Minnesota regions were a little bit short this weekend, we wanted to provide the opportunity for some of our players who weren't a part of this particular showcase to come. And when you see, the number of players here from the Calgary team and they're dispersed amongst the two teams, it's exciting. It's exciting to have the players come in and compete. And, regardless of the team they're on, they're here to win the event. So it's great to have them here as well.
And there was two of them almost connecting for a shot on net. Kogan with the pass to Bunton as Kristen O'Neill trying to create something with Rebecca Leslie. Now for Montreal, O'Neill's on it again. Far side now, Leslie back to the line. Howarth and Leslie on the return pass. Tried to throw it in front. Just deflected wide by O'Neill as she digs it off the back of the net. Emard to the line again. Leslie. Emard. And return to Leslie again. O'Neill was headed towards the front of the net, but the pass was behind her. Emard again. Shot deflected to the far side. Leslie was there looking for the redirect again. On a pin up of the puck on that far side as they try to reorganize. And Boston trying to get it out to center. That's off the referee and held in by Emard. Leslie now wide open. Just squeezing that arm to the pad. Ott making the stop. Jana, do we want to test out your color commentary skills a little bit?
That's one thing. I don't know if I do that well at. I'm impressed listening to you.
Oh, thank you. Well, as Kirion takes it out to center, no, it's taken away by Bette. Eldridge going to the net, cut off and almost knocked in as tried to come out in front of it again was Bette, and Ott staying on top of it, making the saves. So as we continue through, it is Washington next weekend. So what can we look forward to in that tournament?
So more of the same. I mean, the games here today have been really great. We had a 4-3 overtime in game one, and now we're tied here 1-1. So some great competition. Really excited to get to another market, from one nation's capital to the next, a market we haven't been a part of, and again, a market that's really excited about growing the women's game from the youth level all the way up, and the Washington Capitals have just been really great partners as we look to elevate the women's game, provide visibility, and so very excited to get down there and play some great hockey and showcase some of the best players in the world.
Now, are you going to be on the broadcast with Sportsnet tomorrow, or are you running around still organizing things here?
Lots of work to do behind the scenes and behind the cameras, obviously, but yeah, I'll make an appearance on with an interview, I believe, and obviously excited to have our partners at Sportsnet that'll be a part of the game tomorrow.
Well, and we look forward to seeing whoever Toronto ends up playing. The winners of this game, of course, as it looks like it's getting a little chippy out there. Bit of a body check on that far side as Bunton receives a pass and dumps it into the offensive zone. DeRocher goes back for it, reversed it to LaBelle, and fired out to center by Emard. Kogan retrieving the puck, tried to hit Bunton with a pass. LaBelle intercepted that, and Emard took it away, gave it off to LaBelle. Far side, Blais with a shot that's stopped by Ott. Spinorama for the rebound for Blais is taken away. Now 3-on-1 for Boston. Gavrilova looks like she's having skate problems, but still gets the shot away. Looked like she almost caught an edge and lost away, but able to maintain it and stay on her feet as it comes to Ott on the near side. She tried to poke at it, but lost her stick. And Jana, the obvious question, of course, we keep doing these showcases and everything like that. What is the future looking like right now for women's hockey and the culmination to a pro league?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're closer than we've ever been. We continue to make a lot of progress, and obviously coming off the recent Olympic Games and the success that the PWHPA has had the last couple years, and more excitement around these athletes in the game. There's a lot of interest, and we're trying to really build the foundation for something sustainable and viable over the long term, and something that people want to invest in, because we all know it's going to take an investment to allow it to grow.
Rebecca Leslie, there we go. I didn't want to cut you off because it was you were rolling with your answer, but Montreal has put one in the back of the net. Rebecca Leslie off the rush and the intercept. Pass returned to her, and just able to get it off the post and in. They had a beautiful opportunity as well in front. Big scramble, but Ott was able to keep it out. But Leslie giving her team a 2-1 lead with 4:12 left in this second period. Quick pass ahead for Poznikov now, and it's Koenchuk. Right back on the attack, and a big block in front, and now a crowd gathers. Larson getting into it with Daou, and Larson's going to be sent to the box. Would you like to continue?
Yeah, I was just saying that, it's going to take some investment, and this is not a short-term investment. It's something that, the foundation has to be really strong. And so we're excited what the future holds. We're seeing great numbers coming out of the Olympic Games in terms of viewership and the level of interest. And we all know that, I think the time is now for women's sports, and we certainly believe women's hockey has a real significant chance here to evolve into something great.
So Montreal now with a power play opportunity. Bette trying to get it to LaBelle. And in that far corner, Eldridge got it to the line again. Bourbonnais getting away from the forecheck, right out in front again. Scramble for the puck. And diving to get it out and down the ice was Kirion with 1:30 to go and the advantage. So you mentioned the Olympics, Jana. We had at least 2 of the taxi squad members return to the lineup here with Kristen O'Neill and Victoria Bach. What's the reintegration process like for some of these Olympians coming back to the lineup and the rosters as Deschênes makes another save there shorthanded?
Yeah, we're real happy to see that these players, when they come back, they want to get back with their teams and they want to, come back and play at this level with these women. So obviously we welcome back with open arms. We're proud of all of our women who went out and took a shot at it, those that got to play in the Olympics and those that maybe fell a little short. But we know how good these women are, and it's so wonderful to see them here. In terms of our other Olympians, we'll welcome them back when they're ready as well, and may have some exciting stuff ahead on that, in that vein. So stay tuned to the PWHPA in the next few weeks.
That was a great poke check by Deschênes, and then O'Neill, as we just mentioned, her tried to create something on the dump in as Ott came out to play the puck. 15 seconds on the power play for Montreal. Leslie over the line and in, the goal scorer. Back on the attack again. That backhander's just fought off by Ott. DeRocher got it to O'Neill. She's got some space. O'Neill scores! Kristen O'Neill given a lane. She's going to take it and she's going to score. And she did just that, picking the puck up off the boards, ripped it past the glove side of Ott, and Montreal jumps out to a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1. On the power play. No, just after the power play. And they're right back in again. Isbell spinning away, tried to get it in front. Bourbonnais wired one just over top of the net. As Boston finally gets it out to center again. LaBelle took it away. Bourbonnais ahead. Skating it in is Dubois. Knifed away from her. And fired up the far side, but Bourbonnais took that back right into the high slot. Just checked on her way there, tried to throw it out in front. That was off a body. Turner goes after it, and she skates it out to center. Well, Jana, I don't think I have any other questions for you. Anything you'd like to add, though, as we enter the last minute of the second period here?
No, excited to see how this game wraps up. Obviously, the Montreal team, Team Harvey's, has started to pick up a bit of momentum, but if there's anything we know from the last game, the game's not over. So appreciate you being here and really excited for this market to be a part of the PWHPA.
Well, and of course the Ottawa Senators as well, partnering up with the PWHPA for the event. Oh, and we've got a penalty here. O'Neill's going off for cross-checking, it seems. Leslie off the draw, now on the penalty kill, fires that all the way down the ice. Kogan. Perhaps one last rush here in the period. Kohanchuk trying to step around DeRocher, goes into the far corner. Daou poked at, far side. Deschênes with the save. 10 seconds left. Leslie threw it out in front errantly and just unable to keep it alive. Strabley sliding for it. But the buzzer sounds. After 2 periods of play, Montreal jumping out to it. It's 3-1. Once again, thank you, Jana.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. We'll return for the third period in a few moments. Goal scored. We got Kristen O'Neill and Rebecca Leslie for Montreal. And it was Kat Kirion for Boston. 23-30, the shots on net in favor of Montreal as we return for this exciting third period to decide who will face Toronto in the championship game tomorrow morning here at the Nepean Sports Complex in Ottawa. Thank you, Dana.
Time is now to make history. This game continues to grow. Progress has been made, but we haven't gotten far enough.
It's important to have a sustainable women's hockey league. We want the next generation to have equality.
It's not like we've put in less sweat. It's that we've gotten less opportunities, and it's time that it changes.
Equal sweat deserves equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. Equal opportunity.
Shouldn't he be playing basketball?
Stick to basketball.
Come on, do they even have ice in China?
Women's hockey is just boring, okay?
Who wants to watch girls play?
Make me a sandwich.
First Nations kids are too lazy.
You're never gonna make it, Ethan.
You're just gonna get hurt.
Keep hockey straight.
Which locker room is he gonna use?
Girls hockey isn't real hockey.
Shouldn't this guy be coaching cricket? Can he even skate?
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
Let's go! It's time to hydrate. Best kept secret in sports. No longer a secret.
Hey, Gord.
Connie! I've mastered human replication. Our reno can now get done in 1/5 of the time.
Nice breakthrough, Gords, but check out this one. We just saved a bundle buying home and auto insurance with Sonnet.
Incredible.
Yeah, completely online in only minutes.
She was right. That was fast. Wow. Oh, game's in 5. Hey, grab those chips.
Why are you taking the chips?
Take a moment, save a bundle. Visit sonnet.ca.
There's something uniquely homegrown about it. Getting up a little earlier, hearing no and doing it anyway. Sure, we dream our dreams, but work a whole lot harder at making them reality. And that's part of what makes all of us at Canada's Own Fresh Attitude so proud to be homegrown and local. So inspired to bring you our best, too. And so ready to get up and yell and cheer with all our glowing hearts for the melodies. And all of those will take the word can't and turn it into can and bring a whole new meaning to the word Canadian.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Timbits of Wisdom.
The advice show for grown-ups by Timbits.
My son has tons of assists, but he's upset he has no goals.
You can't always be the winner.
How can I relax?
Get more sleep. What do you think I should do? Just talk to them. The other team has feelings too.
What's the meaning of life?
Just have fun. Who is asking that question?
Neutral vodka soda with real fruit juice. New Neutral Juiced.
These dimensions are way off. Who built this? Show yourselves.
What is this?
He topped his Harvey's burger just the way he wanted. Extra pickles. Now he thinks he's in charge of everything.
These barbecues even work?
He's the intern, right?
He's gone mad with power.
Am I the only one who knows how to architect?
I'm the boss now. Oh, you better believe. I'm the boss now. Come on, it's a beautiful thing.
Connor McDavid here from the Edmonton Oilers.
My name's Austin Matthews.
I'm Carter Hart.
Hi, my name's PK Subban.
Every young girl deserves to have the same visible hockey role models as every young boy.
So join me with the PWHPA.
And it's time we put a stick in the ground and
Fight for the future of women's hockey.
My name is Patrick Chan.
And this is Jeff Petrie.
Hi, I'm Alex DeBrincat, and I'm putting my stick in the ground with...
My name is Aaron Ekblad, and it's time we put a
Stick in the ground for the PWHPA
and fight for the future of women's hockey.
So every little girl has the chance to dream.
Young girls and young women need to see there's a future for them in women's professional hockey.
And it's definitely time for us to put our stick.
Let's put a stick in the ground.
But I'm putting my stick.
We put a stick in the ground.
So that they can have that opportunity.
And I'm putting
My stick in the ground.
Part of the PWHPA.
Or the best female hockey players in the world.
My daughter should have the same dreams as my son.
You got my support.
Shouldn't he be playing basketball?
Stick to basketball.
Do they even have ice in China?
Women's hockey is just boring, okay?
Who wants to watch girls play?
Go back to where you belong.
Go back where we belong? This is where we belong.
Neutral vodka soda with real fruit juice. New Neutral Juiced.
Welcome back, hockey fans. The third period is just about ready to get underway. We thank Jana Hefford once again for joining me in the second period. And we hope you enjoyed our little chat. 2 goals in that second period for Team Harvey's. One more for, none for Team Bauer. That goal from Kirion came back in the first period, but 2 in the second for Team Harvey's, and they have a 3-1 lead, but a penalty to kill for the next minute and 5 seconds. This is Grushow. Got it in deep. Cohan, Chuck, round back to the far side. At the line again. Kirion tries a shot. That goes wide of the net. Turner on that far side. Got it in deep again. Cohan, Chuck. Bunton. Poked away from her. Fired up and down the ice by Dubois. Ott. Kirion. Behind the net and round to the far side. Bunton. Hard pass across for Cohan, Chuck. Isbell lost the puck out in front. Rebound. And Cohan, Chuck threw it up and out of play off a stick. With 13 seconds on the power play for Boston. Shots are 30-24 for Team Harvey's Montreal. Face off one into the corner. Kogan goes after it. It's stolen away from her and cleared to the line, but held in by Scarpacey. Into the near far corner. Return for Scarpacey. The penalty's over to Team Harvey's. At the line. Shot, scores! A tip in front. It's off the stick of Kogan. And the shot from Stravely redirected by Kogan, and it's 3-2. Doesn't this look familiar? A 3-1 lead was held by Team SONNET. And early in the third period, Team Adidas tied it up. Scored the 3-2 goal. And now Team Bauer has done the same. Swept away from Larson at the Harvey's blue line. Stravely got it into the offensive zone and goes off for a change. This is Howarth. Eldridge, now Lafort again. Lafort dropped it for Eldridge. Lafort again. They score! A quick answer for Montreal. It's Lafort on the rush. Return pass from Eldridge, and Lafort just muscled it to the front of the net. Looks like it went off his stick. Stick of a defender. And a quick response at 17:50 makes it 4-2. Slapped at the side of the net. Ott had to be sharp as Eldridge tried whacking that out of the air as she's got the puck again. In front for Bette. Just wide of the near side. Emard trying to get to it. Stolen away and thrown up the boards, but not out. Leslie helped it in. Bette turning away. Back to the line. DeRoche. Leslie again. Looking for an option. Leslie has it stolen away from her. Fraser got it ahead. Gavrilova Chipped it forward. Whoa, wow, big collision behind the net as Abel and Emard were tied up. Sharp angle shot is stopped by Deschênes. Abel and Emard are back to their feet, which is good to see. As Montreal trying to get it out of their own zone now. O'Neill has it stolen away by Gruchow. Poked again by Emard. Strabley holding it in just for a moment. O'Neill got it out to center. 2-on-1 for Montreal. Deschênes on the far side. They score! Big shot from Rebecca Leslie. It's her second of the game. And it's 5-2 Montreal. And just as we have more excitement on the ice, we have more excitement in the booth as well. Haley Rath of the Grindstone Foundation has joined me once again. She joined me in the first game and has been able to find some time to come back in the booth.
Yes, Jared, thank you for having me back again. Had a great time in the first game, and wow, what an exciting way to enter back into this one.
Yeah, Montreal, 2 quick goals. Boston trying to get another one. There was Gruchow out in front, but she just couldn't quite pull the trigger. Bourbonnais into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Leslie. Tries a shot. They just missed the far side. Back out at center. Just onside. No. Tracy Ann Levine thought she could drag the blue line with her, but it just didn't quite go. So Haley, I'm not sure, were you rehearsing your description of Grindstone this time?
Yeah, I think I've got a bit more down pat. After doing this for 3 years, you'd think my elevator pitch would be perfection. But for all those of you that do not know, Grindstone Award Foundation is a nationwide charity who gives grants to girls who'd be unable to play hockey otherwise.
And they do lots of good work. It's a 2-on-1 though for Montreal. Levine tried to throw it out in front. Centering pass was cut off. Right back the other way is Bailey Larson though. Larson trying to step around Daou. Hacks at Daou, no call though. And clearing attempt failed by Daou. Centering pass cut off by Levine. Diving to make that play. Blay now with a pass ahead and just couldn't quite handle it. Isbell as it goes all the way down the ice. No icing though. Emard tried to get to it. Stopped up on the far side by Gavrilova, but stolen away. And banked off the boards now. Strabley intercepted that. Knocked back in by Gavrilova. Emard over the open wing. Abel takes it away. Abel worked over by Dubois. But DeRocher can't get it out. Stolen away again. Abel in front. Couldn't get a stick on it. And a penalty's coming to Montreal now. As we have an interference call against, is it Karel Emard? Going back to the box for the second time this afternoon. I know her and Liz Knox have had some discussions about her potential chippiness on the ice on their Knoxie and Cax show. Denied, of course, by Emard.
Well, of course, you can't say that you get all the penalties.
No, but there she is in the second, for the second time in the box as Deschênes makes another save.
If I had to hazard a guess, I think Knox was correct in her assessment.
Quickly off the draw, Kogan had it knifed away from her, but it's held in by Strabley. Bourbonnais on the puck, it rolled on her, so she has to get away from the forecheck. Spinning away from Gruchow now, send it over to the far side, slapped out and down the ice by DeRocher. Big battle for it at the Montreal blue line. Bourbonnais able to muscle it out and down the ice, and the penalty killing unit goes for a change.
That was a good first minute by Montreal in the PK there, getting it out a few times and able to get the change halfway.
That's off the lines person again. Big battle for it behind the net. Wired off the glass by Poirier, but not out. This is Fraser on the near side. Return to the line. Kirion, long shot fought off by Deschênes. Kirion again. Now down in deep of the far side. Bunton, cross ice. Tried to find Fraser sneaking in front. Just missed her. Bailey Larson. Knocked away from her by Poirier. Larson steps into her a little bit right in front of the referee. We heard some cries of dismay from some fans, but no call once again. Talk about chippy players. Larson certainly brings an edge to her game.
Oh, absolutely. And from what I've watched so far today, it seems as if the refs are letting a little bit go so far.
A little bit go, but still lots of penalties. We've got 5 and 4 aside. So it's been one of those games, though, very chippy, as there's a nice shot blocked by Dubois, but Larson gets a second attempt, and Kohanchuk trying to whack at it in front, but she just missed it. Another shot from Kirion is gloved and held onto by Marie-Soleil Deschênes.
Good call by her to calm the play down there. It definitely looked like she thought about playing it, but I think her team needed a change after that PK.
PWHPA wishes to express thanks to our partners, Noble Estates, Blade Tech Hockey, Bauer Hockey, Mars Blade, and Sport Logic. Quick pass cut off by Strabley, but rejected by Catherine Daou at the blue line. Here goes Taylor, though. That shot goes off a body and just wide. O'Neill lost it on the side of the net, and a penalty's coming to Montreal. I think O'Neill is going off for her second penalty of the game. It's a tripping call. I thought it was going to be slashing, to be honest, but...
Yeah, it looked like they got a little tangled up behind the net there, and the Boston player went down, so O'Neill's going to the box.
So O'Neill with her second penalty of the game. 6 penalties now for Montreal. And Boston slowly equating the shots now 34-31. Still in favor of Montreal and a 5-2 score. Bourbonnais off the draw. Has it stolen away. Strabley on that far side. Return pass to her. Near side now for Scarpaci. Bunton. Tried a shot that was off her own teammate. And it goes out to center. Poznikov was the one that got in the way of that by accident. Scarpaci. Went off for a change, so as they break out now, Team Bauer ahead with Kogan. Down into the near corner, Kogan. Still got it, now off to Bunton. A little too hot to handle for Bunton, and Bourbonnais came to the loose puck, gave it ahead for Blais. And Blais over the blue line, hard shot off a body, and she is run into behind the play by Scarpaci, and
ooh, she is not happy with that call.
A distraught Scarpaci. Probably feeling like that was just a bit of incidental contact. But Scarpaci now headed to the box. With a minute to go in the penalty to Kristen O'Neill, we will have some 4-on-4 for exactly 1 minute. And a quick shot is stopped by Ott. Another hard shot. That is off a body, doesn't get through. Kirion with the block, and she's got the puck now. Over the blue line, just on side. Kirion hauled down. Another penalty's coming. as Lefort touches up. I'm going to need more room on my stat sheet for all these penalties.
I know, I think I spoke too soon with the refs not making calls. I think they heard me.
Poirier is going off for holding. And with 10:03, the scoreboard is getting full of penalties and goals, of course.
Boston definitely needs to take advantage of these penalties that Montreal's taking here if they want to get back into this game.
4-on-3 for the next 35 seconds, and then we'll return to a lengthy 4-on-4 as Montreal gets the quick clear off the draw. So Ott left it. This is Kirion. Skating out through center, gave off a pass. Cohan chucks, taken into the boards. Urbanet lost an edge as she poked that to the near corner. Kirion met it there. Now she walks the circle. Far side one-timer from Strably is stopped by Deschênes. Rebound goes to the back wall where Grushow digs it out, but Eldridge trying to drag it out to center now. She does. Being watched by Grushow. Eldridge still with it. Eldridge, big glove save by Ott.
Eldridge managed to just sneak around the defender there and get a quick shot off, but Ott was up to the task and just a sharp glove save there.
Well, you see Eldridge's strength on this replay, too. Able to just fight off the back check of Grushow.
Fight off the back check and make the move around the defender. What a skilled player.
Bit of a size difference there, too, between Eldridge and Grushow.
Just a bit.
This Montreal team is quite tall. And Eldridge contributing to that height difference.
Well, as our two goalies both in net here will tell you, size isn't everything.
That is true. Some of the shorter goaltenders in net. Marie-Soleil Deschênes.
Taking out the lines person there.
Oh, yes. They've been getting in the way a little bit in this game.
They do that sometimes.
Sometimes. You try not to. But here's Larson on the turnover. Sharp angle. Couldn't quite settle the puck to pull the trigger. So she left it in the corner. That's stolen away by LaBelle. Over to the far side, Catherine Daou now. Cross ice pass through the blade of O'Neill, and she skates to it. Dubois has to hold on side as they've got 20 seconds left to kill on the penalty to Poirier, but it's intercepted by Larson in alone. Larson couldn't drag it by the far side of Deschênes.
That backtrack there definitely contributed to that puck rolling off her stick at the last second.
Oh, and
Great
Leslie,
job by the Montreal player.
Leslie just tried to cut through there. She is on hat-trick watch.
Ooh.
Leslie with 2 goals in this game. The second goal and then the 5th goal. 8:05 left in this third period. 2 seconds to go in the power play for Boston, but it's in their own end. So the penalty expires to Poirier, and they return to even strength. Tracy Ann Levine steps on the ice. There goes Amard. Shovels it up the far side, runs into Grushow. Centering pass, poked at, and deflected out to center by Desrochers. Fraser banked it behind the net. Passed into the middle for Grushow. She's been all over the puck this afternoon. Buzzing for a goal for Team Boston. Grushow held up a little bit, ricocheted off a body at Deschênes. She was able to make the save still. Big crowd behind the Montreal net. Puck squeaks over to the near side where Maud Jelena finds it and sends it out to center for Desrochers. She leans into a slap shot. Another glove save. Little bit of flair on it.
It's not
Ott.
Wednesday, but she got the windmill out there, that's for sure.
She's had the opportunity to do that a couple of times. Ott stopping 33. Oh, and they've scored. Just as I was doing math on the shot total.
Well, she has still stopped 33 shots. You weren't wrong on that one still.
And Sophie Bette with her second of the game. She scored the opener and now has the 6th goal of the game for Montreal at 7:03 left. Still lots of time in this one, but it's a bit of a barn burner now, 6-2 for Team Harvey's. With speed, it's Bourbonnais. Takes it round back of the net to the near side. Return pass from Bette. Howarth tried to just get that in deep again. Bette for Eldridge. Now Bourbonnais stopped by Ott.
That glove hand is looking hot today.
Brittany Ott, the 31-year-old goaltender from Hatchet Lake, Nova Scotia, graduate of the Metro Boston Pizza AAA team in her junior career. Excuse me, I've misread completely. She is from St. Clair Shores. I did mention that earlier, so even better reason to have remembered that.
Happens to the best of us.
There's Dubois. Gave off a pass to Isbell. Got it in deep for LaBelle. LaBelle still on the puck, trying to come out with it. Dubois there as well. The referee falls as Dubois tries to dig it out. LaBelle got it back for Poirier. She just gets it in deep. Dubois leans on to Kogan a little bit as she tried to drag the puck through. And the referee stops play. I can't tell you who is from Hatchet Lake, Nova Scotia, though. That's the backup goaltender, Tara Lantang. Maybe, I guess there's only 5.5 minutes left. You're probably not going to see her this afternoon.
Likely not at this point. I'd keep her nice and rested for tomorrow's game.
Yes, it is. It is looking like it'll be the two American teams in the consolation game tomorrow afternoon. Still 5 minutes, but Leslie here over to the far side, and O'Neill has it poked away by Ott. And a 2-on-1 now out to center. Grushow couldn't handle a pass, though, and Desrochers took it away. Got it out and all the way down the ice. No icing, though. Under 5 minutes to go now. In this third period, pass cut by Levine. Tracy-Ann Levine just wide of the far side. Rushing towards it was Jelena, but she just couldn't get there in time. Howarth chipped it ahead for Jelena. She takes a hit as she tries to make the play, get the puck in deep. Levine and Howarth hold the line. Ott came out to play it.
Just a smart little backhand to keep the Montreal player from snagging it before her own.
She got it to Turner, who was able to chip it out to center. Good, smart play, as you said, Haley, by the goaltender to make sure that they got it out of the zone, really.
But Montreal comes right back in again.
Yes, that has been the theme. Howarth trying to muscle it in deep. Big crowd on this near side. Levine just gets by her, but Blais settles it, sends it back for Jelena, who hits Levine again. That went off her skate, though, and she heads off for a change. Hard pass. Gavrilova diving to make sure that didn't become icing. Here goes Eldridge again, though. Pass ahead for Lafort. This line has been dangerous, and Sophie Bette takes it round back of the net, centered out in front, looking for Bourbonnais, but she was run into. Bette still with the puck. Far side, return pass for Bette, over to the near side. Lafort was just a half step behind as Bette was trying to find her, headed to the slot. Oh, just poked at by Gavrilova again. A couple of diving plays to, negate an icing and then break up that pass. So a good shift from Aya Gavrilova.
And you definitely love to see that extra little bit of effort from the players. Even when the score doesn't reflect how you want it to be, she's still out there giving it her all.
Puck off the back wall, taken by Kogan. Passed into the middle for Larson. Intercepted by Amard. And poked ahead. Here's LaBelle looking into the high slot. Dubois, backhander, stopped by Ott.
Some quick hands and a nice little blocker by Brittany Ott there. That was a very dangerous chance by Montreal.
Amard up the near side. Isbell into the middle. Dubois again. Far side pass for LaBelle. Into the middle, and Dubois just tipped it up over top of the net and out of play. Face-off inside the Boston zone with 2:12 left. PWHPA would like to thank the Ottawa Senators for partnering for this event here at the Nepean Sports Complex in Ottawa, Ontario.
A bouncing puck there, rolls just between Brittany Ott's legs behind the net as she tried to make the play there, but luckily no harm, no foul.
Howarth comes in to keep the play alive for Montreal. O'Neill lost the puck to Kirion, who tried to hit Turner with a pass. Turner was going to beat out the icing, so Deschênes came out to play it. Ahead for Kim Deschênes. Tipped it forward for O'Neill. Racing off the bench, though, was Kogan to break that play up. 1 minute 30 left as the pin-up of the puck on the bench area for Montreal. Here goes Strabley now. Tries a shot. That's an easy glove save for Marie-Soleil Deschênes.
She certainly hasn't been that busy back there this period, but she's come up with the saves when she's needed to.
She certainly has 32 of 34 shots stopped. We saw a lot of those in the first couple periods. It's been a lot of Montreal, though. They've racked up 43 now in this game. As that pass goes out to center, Abel off the linesperson, and it looks like a teammate's glove as well. So the puck remains inside the defensive zone for Boston. And Team Bauer just kind of hoping that this one comes to an end, I think. As it's worked out to center, though, by Boston in the final minute here. Broken up at the blue line by Maud Jelena. Off a skate and into the offensive zone. Bouncing puck in front. Blais just had it bounce over her stick. Thrown back out to center. Bourbonnais going to try it herself. That's broken up. But Leslie now cutting to the net. Bette scores! There's a hat trick. You had two options. It was Leslie or Bette, and Anne-Sophie Bette has the hat trick goal here. A 7-2 rout of Team Bauer.
Nice little pass out front from Leslie there to Bette, and she just read Brittany Ott, who committed hard on the play, and put it right back around on the glove side on the ice. What a nice goal by Bette.
And that's at least 3 points for Rebecca Leslie as well, who has had a phenomenal game. Right back on the attack again. Leslie, Bette, and Leslie again. Kicked out by Ott. And as I was just going to wind this game down, it got a little bit more exciting right at the end. But as the final seconds tick off the clock, A huge 7-2 victory for Harvey's Montreal over Bauer Boston. And it will be the rivalry of all time again in the championship matchup tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Sportsnet. Toronto takes on Montreal.
Oh, you love to see it.
You sure do. As we have a congratulatory huddle for Team Montreal. We await the announcement of the 3 stars.
Nice little classic handshake at the end of the game by both teams there after a well-fought game.
Samantha Kogan, the 3rd star of the game. Sarah Lafort, the 2nd star. A goal and an assist for her this afternoon. Rebecca Leslie, the 1st star of the game. 2 goals and at least 1 assist. A 3-point afternoon, potentially more. And that is your 3-star selection for today's game. Hard to choose the Budweiser goal of the game, but certainly the Canadian Tire player of the game for me, getting the hat trick at the end of the game. Anne-Sophie Bette was all over the ice as well today.
I think without a doubt you have to give that to Anne-Sophie Bette. What a phenomenal performance by her. Just going right to the last minute.
Yeah, 22 seconds left. Gets the hat trick goal. And as Montreal's Team Harvey's salutes the crowd here in Ottawa. Haley, tell us about Grindstone one more time before we sign off.
You can find us at grindstoneaward.com. Our Twitter and Instagram is Grindstone Award, and you can find us on Facebook at Grindstone Award Foundation. We are a charity foundation. We are purely volunteer run, so we would love for your help any way you can, whether it's through donations or volunteering.
And Haley does some phenomenal work. She's at all these events representing Grindstone and has tried her hand at some color commentary today and done a pretty good job. I appreciate you joining me in the booth this afternoon. For all the crew putting on today's games, we thank you for tuning in. My name is Jared Bapty. The PWHPA will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain Time to watch the championship game between Team Montreal Harveys and Team Toronto SONNET Insurance. Till then, folks, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow on Sportsnet.